What's up everybody, I'm Mir and welcome back to another episode on the VentureKraft vanilla server, and today is gonna be a good one because I come back to my base and I find this. Dear Mir, a little gift to say thank you for the enchants, Juice and Aluria. And for you who don't know what happened, I gave Juice and Aluria a bunch of my end loot from this chest because Aluria died and lost all her stuff. So I've just been being nice, and they did the same thing to me, and they gave me a bunch of food which I desperately needed. They gave me a bunch of leather which I always have way too I always need it. Then stone, man, I got enough. Sea lanterns which I didn't even have a single piece of. Some glass, some ender pearls, some netherwort, some soul sand, some potions, which is pretty awesome, and then some. So that's just an extremely friendly gift, and I think my enchants are worth less than that chest. But I'll take it, and I can say thank you. I just need to sort all of this stuff. So let's just put everything away in the corresponding chest. Well, I say corresponding chest and I just dump it all in the same chest. Since I can do that, I will store the food in and the ores in my shulker boxes, which are right here, my ores and my food one. And then we'll get started on today's episode, which will be quite a good one because we will finally start to work on our base. Oh, I know what you're thinking. This is your base, but I mean like the real part of the base, the center part of our base, where hopefully our storage system is gonna be built in next episode. And it's gonna be, wait, I need my, okay, I got my ender chest. It's gonna be right over, no, there, close to the skeleton though. Ouch, how dare you hit me, come on. There we go, pro strategies. It's gonna be right over here. We will probably have to build a bridge of some sort to make this happen, but we're gonna build a nice little entrance to our dwarven fortress right here, make it look a bit crumbled down, and then add some elven stuff to it, like how they fixed it, like we did with our tower over there. Like we got the dwarven part over here, and then we got how the elves fixed it. And yeah, but I need to get some measurements done and start laying out the foundations because I have no idea how it's gonna look. I really don't. And I think I've got my shulker boxes set up here. Yes and yes. So we gotta use those blocks to, it's the same kind of type of blocks as the build over there. I think I've got some concrete powder but not enough. But yeah, first I'll need to get like some dimensions done and maybe start flattening this area because I'll probably have to remove that layer as well. And I'll see you guys once I got the basic shape done. A little bit of time has passed and I've did some planning. As you can see, I've added in a nice big arch, but there's also this strip over here, and what I was thinking is working in two layers of depth. We got the first layer until that line, and then the second layer, which is that upper arch. And there's gonna be a bridge platform thingy over there, which entrances into the mountains on that side and on that side. And then over here we're gonna have a pillar and another pillar, and then we're gonna have some kind of wall design over there, and the entrance is gonna be an archway over here, and it's gonna be nice and big, and it's gonna look pretty good, hopefully. So now what I need to do is flesh these lines out and then set in the entrance and the mural, and maybe start on digging out the area behind it and terraforming the area in front. But yeah, I've just got a lot of building to do. I need to bring in the green color as well, and then we also need to make this look a bit ruined, and that's gonna be interesting as well. Here's a quick little progress update. I've finished the bottom part. Most of it I just need to finish off with some details, which are these 3 blocks. We need some andesite to mix in with the stone. We got some cracked bricks, which we'll probably wait off with until we can make it a ruin. And then we got some chiseled stone brick to throw in for some extra details, which will make it all fine. Next up is actually, before I'll do all those details, because I'm gonna do them all together, I will finish off this pathway up here because it's plain looking. It needs a railing over here, which will be quite simple, and then we can start working on this part of the base. But we need to finish off the small hallways over here as well, or like at least make the entrances. As you can see, I finished most of building the dwarven fortress. We just need to put in the details as I discussed earlier, but for most part is this done. And I see you there, Mr. Creeper. There you go. And yeah, so we need to put in the details next, which I will do. It's not that much work, and then we'll need to make this a ruin, which will be interesting because I have no idea how I'm gonna do it, and I don't want it to ruin it that much because it's quite cool how it looks right now. So I might just put a few holes in it, maybe just put a dent over there, and that will be most of it done. So yeah, I'll put in the details and then I'll be back with you guys to make it a ruin. How rude. I was just trying to hit record and a creeper blew me up. How rude of that guy. I just need to patch this up really quick. But I just hit the record button because I'm done finishing with the details on the dwarven fortress, which will be the entrance to our base. And now we will need to make it look ruined, but first I'm gonna give you a peek to how it's looking. And I've got to say, I really love how the indent came out. It plays with the depth and it looks amazing. I don't really like how the top is a bit too flat and a bit too small, but we'll probably fix that with just cutting some stuff out and making that bit look really ruined because it's only super thin and this should be super strong. So we'll just have like an indent and maybe some cracked bricks and some, how do you call them, stairs and some slabs, and yeah, that should be pretty awesome. So that's the next step, and then we need to make it look as if the elves took in, and I don't really have an idea for that. Like what I did with that was just make it look like the elves made it sturdy again, which is quite how it looks actually. But for this one I don't really know how to make it elven, so I need to get your ideas for that. So if you have any ideas on how to make this look really elven, but not that quite, well, like that thing over there, but just a bit different, leave them in the comments because I have no clue how to do it. But anyways, I need to make this look really ruined. And this is how it looks ruined. I've added in the dent over there and put some material at the bottom. I've changed a lot of the blocks to stairs and cracked stone, and I took out a chunk over there, made that walkway a bit broken, and there's some rubble at the bottom of that as well. But now comes the great challenge, making this look elven. I don't know if you see it like I see, but this looks very dwarven to me. And to make it elven, I have no clue how to do it. But I think I had one idea that might work. I just need a bunch of leaves and logs. That will probably be enough. Come on. There we go. And what I was thinking is we could have some ashes and rubble from the door over here at the bottom, and then put a elven door instead. That should be pretty cool. But then you got me the problem, what the heck is an elven door? So then I just took some logs and some leaves, and I think I'm just gonna go in a random pattern like so, and then ooh, that's the middle already. Ooh, that's gonna be a tight spot. I'm thinking something like this might look good. And then we do the same on the other side, and then a door open. Huh. How the heck is that gonna look? No, I don't like it. This is horrible. Dang it. But I do like the idea of the burnt down door being at the bottom here. But we just need to make it look elven, and I have absolutely no clue how to do it. Absolutely have no idea. So that's gonna be my next challenge, and if I come up with something, I'm gonna show you. Otherwise, we'll have to do something different, because I can't work on the inside if you don't know how it's gonna look on the outside. After a long time of thinking and building stuff and breaking it down, I come up with something that quite looks good from quite close and looks decent from far away. So I'm quite happy with how it turned out, and let's go take a closer look. As you also can see, I've added in the burnt down door at the bottom here. I've put in some coal blocks that should represent ashes, and then some leftover pieces that didn't burn down. And then the main part that I added is of course this little roof, and it looks pretty elven to me. And if we take a look from over here, I think that quite looks like elves have taken over this thing. I'm pretty pleased with how this has turned out. But if you don't agree with me, just hang on and wait till we add in the greenery. I'm gonna cover up these sharp edges, which is quite a good tip for you. If you have like these sharp edges, cover them with some leaves, it looks 10 times better. But yeah, I might add like a little tree over there in the corner, because that might look cool. And yeah, that's the next step, just adding in some leaves, putting in some final details, and then I'll show you the complete build. It's gonna look awesome. I think I've figured something out for the elven side, as well as finished the build completely as far as the entrance goes. So let's go take a look. Yeah, that's how it turned out. I think I just added in the burnt door and the roof since I last showed you. And yeah, everything is lit up properly and no mobs should be able to spawn. The only downside of that is that there's probably there's a torch up there, which I hoped to be able to avoid, but unfortunately that was not the case. But I had to do some stuff off camera, and I came out of my portal again, and I noticed that you hardly can see anything of the build because of those trees, especially the big ones. So I'm gonna especially remove the big one and remove these two trees, and then we're gonna decorate the area a bit more, because this area does not feel like a dwarven ruin at all. There's no statues, and just there's not enough structure in this, I don't know how to call this, ravine, I don't know, but there's just not enough structure and details to make this look like a dwarven fortress. So I'm gonna remove these trees and add a little podium for a statue. When these logs will get handy for what I've planned. I've marked where the statues are going to go, and if you have a keen eye, you can spot that there has been a bunch of dirt placed here because this was all water, and I needed a place for the pathway to go, and I didn't want it to go into the water. So that's that, and I've got 4 of these statues planned, and I've planned each one of them. This one is going to end up being a pile of rubble, partially in the water. Then that one is going to be a ruin of a statue. That one is going to be a tree, and that one is going to be a ruin of a statue as well. This is going to be the ruins of a statue being a tree. That's what I wanted to say. Just like completely overgrown and like a stem growing, well, just a tree growing over the statue. That should look pretty interesting and pretty cool. Then once these are all done, we just need to get a pathway, finish the lighting over here, and then the front of our base should look pretty interesting and pretty finished. So I'm gonna go ahead and make all of these statues, and I'm gonna show you, especially this one. This one is going to be tricky, and I hope it will look good. Did those statues add anything to the epic factor? See for yourself. I say it did. It looks amazing. I really like how the overgrown one turned out. It looks pretty cool, and it's also the most still in shape one, although I ran out of andesite for these blocks, so I might... Ooh, there's some andesite over here. Don't mind if I do. Let's just replace it with dirt. I was going to say this is gonna be the most in shape one of them all because of the tree, so I should probably do something like this, and yeah, you can be cobblestone. Where's cobblestone? No cobblestone. There we go. So that is looking pretty cool. I really like how this turned out. I really do. But the only thing left for us to do at the entrance is 2 things actually. First of all is make the road leading up to the fortress, and secondly is light this area up because I've been swarmed by mobs while working in this area at night. Literally this like my elytra was all the way down to half durability, and I've just got enough mobs to get it almost back up to full health. So yeah. But without further ado, let's make a road. I think we're just gonna get some... Ooh, maybe it's time to add in some slabs. That would look good. And we also need to add some rubble from the broken down door on the pathway because I removed it from the water. And yeah, I've got my work cut out for me, and I'll meet you once this is completely finished. Bada bing, bada boom. Did some lighting, added in a path, added in some grass and some flowers, and I think it looks exactly as how I wanted it to look. For a road, I kept it simple. I just went with stone slabs and stone bricks in the middle, gave it a bit of a ruined look as well, and it looks pretty good. And yeah, I really like how this turned out. But anyways, this is going to do it for this week's episode on the VentureKraft server. On the next video, we'll be working on the inside of the space because I desperately need a sorting system. Just look at my inventory, it's a mess. So, if you like this video, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, bye.